Dear students, I am Dr. Kumar, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Government First Grade College, Shira. The topic of today's lecture is the study of mosquito-borne diseases, that is dengue, with reference to the control of mosquitoes. So this topic belongs to the paper 4, that is insect vectors and diseases. Dengue usually it is a fever caused by the dengue virus. Okay, so this virus is being transmitted by the vector, usually a mosquito again. Okay, it is a Aedes mosquito, right? Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne tropical disease caused by the dengue virus. The symptoms typically begin 3 to 14 days after infection. Once the dengue virus enters into the body of the normal healthy human being, the symptoms can be seen in 3 to 14 days after infection. Muscle and joint pains and a characteristic skin rashes. In a small proportion of cases, the disease develop into the life-threatening dengue hemorrhagic fever. So, in a complicated situation where if it is not treated early, okay, it leads to hemorrhagic fever resulting in bleeding, that is the internal bleeding, low levels of the blood platelets and blood plasma leakage internally, and it leads to dengue shock syndrome, where dangerously you can record low blood pressure and ultimately the individual will die. Okay, so ultimately the individual will die. Dengue is spread by several species of mosquito of Aedes type, principally the Aedes aegypti. The virus has 5 different types of infection. The subsequent infection with a different type of increases the risk of the severe complications. A number of tests are available to confirm the presence of dengue virus in the circulating blood. Okay, so that is including the antibodies which are raised by the body, and also you can also detect the viral RNA in the blood by the microscopic examination. Dengue is attributable either to the inflammation of the brain by the virus or indirectly as a result of the impairment of vital organs, and other neurological disorders have been reported. So once the virus becomes severely infected inside, the inflammation of the brain can be seen. It infects the brain tissue also. Okay, the infection followed by the inflammation, the swelling of the brain, so that may lead to the internal bleeding of the blood and the plasma, and sometimes it leads to it affects the proper functioning of the important vital organs in the body that involves the kidney, heart, lungs will be impaired. Okay, the vital organs are not properly functioning. So, and that may also lead to the neurological disorders, that is the nervous tissue damage, and neural problems can also be seen. The infection of the heart and acute liver failure are among the rarer complications. Very rarely the heart and the liver is being affected with dengue virus. In a pregnant woman, if the pregnant woman gets the infection of the dengue virus, so she may be having the high risk of the miscarriage. That means the baby will be aborted, or sometimes so the premature baby can be seen with having the low birth weight, the low weight of the baby, and premature birth can also be recorded. The dengue virus is a RNA virus, belongs to the family Flaviridae, genus Flavivirus. So the other members of the same genus include the yellow fever virus, West Nile virus, St. Louis encephalitis virus, Japanese encephalitis virus, tick-borne encephalitis virus, Casnur forest disease virus, and hemorrhagic fever virus. Most are being transmitted by arthropods, that is mosquitoes, and the ticks are the important vectors, so they can able to transmit the above said diseases, and are therefore also referred to as the arboviruses. Arboviruses are the set of viruses, arboviruses are the set of viruses which are usually transmitted by the arthropod borne viruses. Okay, usually the mosquitoes and ticks are usually acts as the vectors in order to transmit the disease causing pathogen. The dengue virus genome, that is the genetic material, contains about 11,000 nucleotide bases. About 11,000 nucleotide bases which code for the recurring 3 different types of protein molecules. Okay, so the genome or the genetic material of a dengue virus, that is the RNA, it contains about 11,000 nucleotide bases, that is the what is called as adenine, guanine, thymine, uracil. Okay, these are the nucleotide sequences. About 11,000 nucleotide bases are present in this viral RNA, and these the bases usually codes for 3 important proteins, recurring proteins molecules. There are 5 strains of the virus called as serotypes, of which the first 4 are dengue virus 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the 5th type of virus is based on the antigenic property of the human beings. Transmission. The dengue virus is primarily transmitted by the Aedes mosquitoes, the genus Aedes mosquitoes, particularly the Aedes aegypti. They typically bite during early morning and in the evening, thus spread the infection at any time during day. The other Aedes species that transmit the disease include the Aedes albopictus, that is Aedes polynensis, and Aedes secutellarius. About 8 to 10 days later, the virus spreads to other tissues, including the mosquito's salivary glands, and subsequently releases into its saliva. The virus seems to have a detrimental effect in the mosquito, which remains infected with Aedes aegypti. Okay, usually Aedes aegypti, the internal physiological environment which is present in the Aedes aegypti body, it favors the development of the dengue virus, and it facilitates the favorable environment. Due to the favorable environment, Aedes aegypti so enters into dengue virus enters into the body of the Aedes aegypti, and very easily it survives in its body, and aegypti becomes infected, and infected aegypti can able to transmit this virus through its saliva when it bites to the other susceptible healthy human beings. As far as the prevention is concerned, the methods of prevention are by reducing the mosquito habitat and limiting the exposure to this mosquito bites. This may be done by getting rid of the covering standing water and wearing cloths and covers much of the body portion. Using mosquito nets while resting and the application of insect repellents are also found to be more effective. As far as the control of these mosquitoes are concerned, the primary method of controlling Aedes aegypti mosquito is by eliminating its habit where they are living. This can be done by getting rid of the open sources of water, or if this is not possible, by adding insecticides or biological control agents to these areas. Okay, generalized spraying with organophosphate or pyrethroid insecticides are found to be effective. People can prevent mosquito bites by wearing the clothing that fully cover the skin, using mosquito nets while resting, and also the application of insect repellents are found to be more effective in controlling the Aedes aegypti. Okay, dear students, this is all about the study of mosquito-borne diseases with reference to the dengue fever, which is usually caused by Aedes aegypti, and the control of the Aedes aegypti mosquitoes.